Hello there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whoever you are. Hit that like if you want to. If you don't want to, I understand, but hit that bell because you can see more of me if you don't want to or not. This is going to be a story of something that happened here in Puerto Rico. You're not really going to hear about it in the States, or if you are Puerto Rican, you want to know what's happening here. And this is going to be a little ranty because the justice system here is corrupt beyond all comprehension, and we're going to explain why. Now, this person that I'm about to show you right now with his service animal is and was the director of tourism in Barcelona. At the time, this was in between last year and now, November. Last year, he was driving in his car, and a woman and a guy were changing a tire off the side of the road. On his side, his driver's side, he ran her and the guy over. The guy and the woman, and the woman by itself is not a drug addict, no prior arrest. She is a karate and martial arts instructor on her off time. She was taken to the hospital in dire condition. The guy who lost function of his arm and his leg drove to the hospital to drop her off at 4:47 in the morning. She unlocked and she just, RIP. Now, on the same day, this person, as you saw, grabbed his phone, called his insurance, and said that he had an accident in the same exact area, but didn't say what it was that he hit because he just wanted to claim insurance like a dumbass. Now, there's clear-cut evidence that he proved that he hit something, and there's clear-cut evidence and witnesses that it was him that hit the person. Now, let's go a little bit more. All here ramped up. Now, this is a conversation with the mother of the woman that is deceased, talking about the guy in question. It's in Spanish, and I'll translate it. It's pretty long, so let's skip to that. That's for later. What I'm about to see here is someone else talking about it.
Hay mucha gente que dice, yo siento lástima por la familia de Carlos Julián Maldonado, siento pena. Tú tienes que haber leído esos comentarios, ay, que la mamá, que sufren igual. ¿Qué le contestarías tú a esas personas que sienten pena, ay, bendito, a quien le arrebató la vida a tu nieta?
Sí, pues yo le diría que tienen que ponerse en los zapatos de uno para pasar este dolor tan grande. Es muy fácil tal vez las amistades por parte de ellos decir, ay, bendito lo que está pasando, pero cuando él hizo lo que hizo, que dejó a la nena tirada y luego se inventó todo eso de un carjacking y todo lo que hizo además, tanto él como su familia sabían al otro día que el carro era de él. ¿Ve? Yo entiendo que su familia pudo haber llegado a nosotros y enfrentar esto con nosotros y la cosa hubiese sido diferente, pero no lo hicieron. Yo me pregunto a esas personas que están pensando así, si hubiese sido un hijo de ustedes, un hermano, una hermana pequeña, ¿podrían pensar igual? No se pueden dejar llevar por eso, no se pueden dejar, porque no fue, o sea, si se hubiera parado y hubiese ayudado a mi nieta, no, la tiró, la voló, cayó como 5 pies más adelante y se fue. Eso es así, o sea, tienen que pensar en uno, o sea, cuando vayan a opinar, opinen, pónganse a favor de la gente que somos las víctimas. ¿Ves? Porque yo sé que pues a uno le pasa una cosa así y uno pues tiene que enfrentar, es un proceso difícil para una persona que asume la responsabilidad, debe ser una cosa bien fuerte. Yo no quisiera tampoco estar, ¿verdad? Pero una persona que asume sus responsabilidades, no como él, ¿ves? Con todo lo que él hizo, no puede ser. O sea, hay que pensar en el lado de la familia de acá. Saber el vacío, pensar en la familia que tienen los nietos, las hijas pequeñas, y igual que todas esas personas que están en justicia tienen hijos, piensen si hubiese sido AGB, que hubiese sido uno de ustedes. Es un vacío bien grande, y mira que nosotros hemos seguido la vida normal, entre comillas, con un dolor en el pecho y con un vacío Grandísimo, que no nos va a devolver, o sea, no me va a devolver nada a Natalia, pero hay que hacer justicia. Mi tranquilidad es que se le haga justicia a ella porque no fue justo que ella muriera de esa forma y me la dejaran tirada como si fuese sido ¿cómo se dice? Un perro, algo así tirado en la calle. No, eso no es, tú sabes, me mató a mi nieta, una nena linda, una nena bien popular, una nena con un futuro por delante, una nena bien cariñosa, una nena que vivió un tiempo conmigo en mi casa, que yo estaba con ella para todos los sitios que yo salía, ella estaba conmigo, que, ¿sabes? Que tengo ese vacío, que tengo que ir a los mismos sitios sin ella, ¿ves? No es fácil, ¿entiendes? No es fácil, aunque yo ría, aunque yo esté por ahí, sigo teniendo el mismo vacío, tengo el mismo vacío. O sea, no, para.
That was her grandmother explaining that the family of the said person is feeling bad that he hit a person, and he asked everybody to give them well wishes. Mind you, as you heard, and in Spanish, I'll translate this, he hit her. She flew 5 feet into the air, and her friend who got hit as well had to carry her, put her in the car, and take her to the hospital. At 4:47 a.m., she died. He said it was a carjacking. Then he turned it around and said he hit something. He himself did that. There's a video out there. He got arrested, and then they asked him, "Do you feel bad for him?" They didn't want to say anything. Now, court was in session. Took a year for this. He brought a service animal because he was, whatever. No hate on service animals, but you're using that for clout, like Jennifer Gonzalez using her pregnancy for clout. We all know this here in Puerto Rico. Court was adjourned a few days ago. Sentencing was as follows: $1,100 fine and 13 years probation that got turned down to 10 years probation and can get cut down to 5 if by good behavior. He has an ankle bracelet. $1,100 is the life of the woman that died. $1,100 here in Puerto Rico. Thus proving that you can run over anybody and have a good lawyer and pay $1,100 and 10 years probation. 10 years probation here in Puerto Rico. If you live in a town that you are functioning in, then you don't have to leave that town. He lives in Barceloneta. Barceloneta has basically everything that San Juan has: doctors, media, food, commerce, products. So he doesn't have to leave. And if the probation area is just his town, he'll just stay in his town for the next 10 years. There'll still be events. There'll still be parties. And he was the director of tourism. He's not anymore because he got fired. This video is from 787 Up, which explains a little bit more. I'll give a shout out to them. This is their video. I do not own it. I'm just using it for reaction purposes only.
En Puerto Rico, si atropellas a alguien y lo matas, puedes salir libre. Esto es todo lo que tienes que saber.
En enero 5, Natalia Nicola Ayala Rivera y Carlos Sosa Vigío fueron atropellados por un vehículo mientras cambiaban un neumático en la salida de Atorrey hacia la autopista José de Diego. La persona que los atropelló se fue a la fuga, por lo que el amigo de Natalia, con todo y lesiones en cadera y piernas, tuvo que conducir hasta el hospital a llevar a Natalia, quien se veía en unas condiciones pésimas, donde al otro día, a las 4:47 de la mañana, fue declarada muerta. Las autoridades lograron dar con el paradero de Carlos Maldonado Dávila, debido a que presentó una queja en el seguro de su auto para hacer una cobranza por los daños recibidos el día de ese accidente. Es decir, este movimiento de idiota lo ubicó en el mismo lugar y en el momento del accidente. El caso ya llevaba desde el 6 de enero del 2022 en los tribunales. Sin embargo, no fue hasta el 11 de agosto del 2023 que a Carlos Maldonado Dávila se le encontró culpable. Posteriormente, el mismo tribunal le dio largas al asunto para darle una sentencia establecida a Carlos Dávila. Sin embargo, el 16 de octubre pospusieron esa decisión.
Y no es hasta hoy, noviembre del 2023, que nos venimos a enterar de que Carlos no cumplirá ni un solo día de cárcel. Es decir, tú te puedes escapar del área del crimen que cometes, puedes atropellar a una persona y como quiera no vas a pasar ni un solo día de cárcel aquí en Puerto Rico. A la persona solamente se le otorgó $1,100 en multa y 10 años de prisión suspendida. Es decir, vas a estar en la casa cosa que si te portas bien quizás puedas hasta solucionar en un tiempo menor. Ojo, la jueza que está verificando y tratando este caso es la misma que tiene el caso del hermano de Arcángel y que hoy por hoy están verificando todas sus decisiones en cuanto al caso porque algo le estuvo raro, incluso por el Tribunal Supremo. La misma se llama Nerisbel Durán Guzmán.
Now, let's get to Nerisbel, the judge who appointed this. As you can hear, this thing is going from enero of 2022, and only in August then they declared him guilty. It took until October for the sentencing, and November everyone was known about it. The same judge is the same fucking judge that is basically letting the woman that ran over Arcangel's brother in the bridge in San Juan, and because she's letting him go because the cop didn't read her Miranda rights correctly. She admitted that she was drunk 0.27. And over here, the limit is 0.08. Between 1.16 and 0.17. And she was driving on the opposite side of the road and ran the guy over, which is his brother, who was not drunk at all. No substances at all in the system. Just because he's Arcángel's brother doesn't mean he's maleante. He was a good guy. Hecho y derecho. So this judge, as we're getting out more and more, is showing that these judges, if you pay them enough, if you squeeze them enough, they will give you the lightest sentence ever. Again, the stupid ass girl Alicia got $150,000 for stabbing a 15-year-old, supposedly. This guy ran over a woman, admitted to it after the fact, tried to lie about the insurance papers. A year later is only getting 10 years and $1,000 fine. $150,000 for a woman who's clout chasing and stabbed a girl. $1,000 here for running over a woman. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. We just did an episode. I just did that, so you want to check that out. What I got to say about this. Corruption is rampant. Corruption is real. Corruption for a guy who knows and who has a daddy or mommy that has clout can get away with it. I wanted to say this in English so there's a record of this for the future in case be like, oh, Puerto Rico's clean. No, you can get away with running over a person, and it fucking sucks. Good night. Before I go, 2 people are dead in Casapalcha. Still no autopsy. Still no iPhone for one. Justice for Amanda Lynn Webster.